Good morning. We're going to call the meeting to order with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please join me in a prayer. Heavenly Father, we beseech your divine guidance in this meeting. Keep us ever mindful of our obligation. Grant us, dear Lord, wisdom, tolerance, and courage, that we may well serve our county and fulfill our trust. Amen.
Amen. I will make a motion to approve the minutes from the December 16th Commissioner meeting and the December 16th special meeting.
Second the motion.
Motion second. Is there any discussion or changes to the minutes? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes. And next on the agenda, we have a commendation we'd like to present to Mayor Dennis Hanwell for his years of service to the city of Medina and our community. So this is resolution number 250978, commending Mayor Dennis Hanwell for his years of public service to the city of Medina and community. Whereas Mayor Dennis Hanwell will retire on December 31, 2025, after an extraordinary 42 years of public service to the city of Medina, including 16 years as mayor and 26 years with the Medina Police Department. Whereas Mayor Hanwell's tenure has been marked by a steadfast commitment to public safety, community development, and collaborative leadership, serving not only as mayor but also as the city's safety director, drawing upon his extensive background in law enforcement. Whereas under Mayor Hanwell's leadership, the city of Medina has flourished through strategic partnerships, cooperative initiatives with neighboring townships, civic organizations, and regional entities, fostering a spirit of unity and shared purpose throughout Medina County. Whereas Mayor Hanwell has championed a customer service model and a community-oriented government approach, ensuring that city departments work in harmony to meet the needs of residents, businesses, and visitors. Whereas his dedication to collaboration has led to numerous impactful projects, including the renovation of Medina High School and the Community Recreation Center, the creation of the Miracle League Field in partnership with the Medina Lions Club, the establishment of the Medina 9/11 Memorial with Medina Rotary, and the development of service partnerships that have strengthened the region's infrastructure and community services. Whereas Mayor Hanwell's leadership extended beyond city limits, as evidenced by Medina's outreach to Chimney Rock, North Carolina, following Hurricane Helene, and the city's recognition as the best lunch stop during the 2022 Great Race, showcasing Medina's hospitality and civic pride. And whereas his legacy is one of integrity, innovation, collaboration, and unwavering dedication to the betterment of Medina, leaving an indelible mark on both the city and county that will be felt for generations to come. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners of Medina County, Ohio, that Mayor Dennis Hanwell be and is hereby commended for his distinguished service, visionary leadership, and enduring commitment to collaboration and community, and extends its best wishes for a fulfilling and well-deserved retirement.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second the motion.
We have a motion. We have a second discussion.
A long time ago, before I was even commissioner, I was put on a committee with Mayor Hanwell and Judge Hudson to talk about the courthouse projects. And so I saw immediately that he was always about collaboration and working together and bringing people together. And when I did become commissioner, he was a mayor who answered his phone, who, if you called him, took care of what was needed or collaborated with you on what was needed. And although his successor is a wonderful man, he will be deeply missed.
I'll just say, Dennis obviously stands for collaboration. There's no doubt that's the highlight of his career and everything he's done. And I'll just say, not bad for a kid growing up in Brunswick. Huh?
And I'll echo the same. I mean, I've had the probably the shortest interaction, but our work together has always been collaborative. It has always been with the best outcome in mind for the entire community, not just the city. And that's something from a county perspective that is always appreciated. So, Judge Hudson, do you have anything?
Would you indulge?
Yes.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah, we don't need a change in state law to do that.
Right. So, my name is Bill Hudson. I reside at 225 East Washington, Suite 3A. So I was a county commissioner prior to becoming a judge, and as I came up kind of through the ranks, looking for allies and people in the community, I have known Dennis, I don't know, since he was the chief of police. We had interactions back then, but it really started to come together when I was running to be a commissioner and as a commissioner. And the help that Dennis gave me, the help that he provided to the county of Medina over the years is immeasurable. When I became a commissioner, there was a particular individual out there that kept saying, why can't the city and the county get together? City and the county need to get together. So I called Dennis up, went over and sat down with him, and I said, we have a complaint. Why can't the city and the county get together? And then we started listing all of the things that the county and the city work on together. And we came up with, I don't know, page and a half list of items. Most all of them due to Dennis's leadership. Things like the square. A lot of folks don't understand that the square is actually owned by the county, and the city leases it and manages it. All sorts of other things that we coordinate on. You know, we have Miles back here running our video. And you're welcome, Miles. Just a number of different ways that the city and the county work together. And it couldn't be done without good leadership. And Dennis Hanwell is the epitome of a good leader. And he has done so much for this city, so much for this county in ways that we just can't count. So with that, Dennis, I want to personally thank you and wish you and Chris all the best in your retirement. So thank you.
Maria, would you come up?
Do the roll?
Oh, yeah, we do need to vote. Roll call, please.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes, I was pretty sure that was going to pass, but I want to make sure. Judge, you want to come up for a picture? Sure.
You're in the
Oh, you're in the middle. You sit in the middle. Yeah.
I brought big guns. Perfect, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Mike's saying a couple words? Sure. I know you've given this speech a couple times. Thank you.
So I'd like to thank the commissioners and Judge Hudson, in particular, former commissioner. And we mentioned a couple of the collaborations. It would be a long meeting if we mentioned them all, and I have a 10 o'clock I need to get to. So the one, though, that stands out to me is the renovation of the 1969 courthouse for the municipal court, because the city literally for over 2 decades tried to find a resolve to our space needs and our security needs at the municipal court. And Judge Hudson, as a commissioner, was very instrumental, as was Commissioner Sweattick and Commissioner Hambley. And for collaboration to work, it takes trust, it takes integrity, it takes honesty, and it takes a track record of saying what you'll do and doing what you said you would do. And because of that, the commissioners in the city have found more and more opportunities to collaborate. And some people ask, well, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is it doesn't matter to me whether these are school tax dollars or city tax dollars or county tax dollars. If we save the taxpayers' money, everybody wins. The judge mentioned Miles doing the video. Instead of the county creating a whole nother department to tape their meetings and events, contracting with the city takes the same resources, the same equipment, and provides that at a much cheaper cost. Both the city saving money through the contract and the county saving money from recreating it. So that's just one small example, but I cannot wait for the ribbon cutting of the 1969 courthouse, and I know Judge Warner is very excited about it too. And again, without Judge Hudson and you 3 commissioners, that simply wasn't possible. I thank you all. Let me tell you just one quick story. I shouldn't talk too long. One quick story. I actually started with the county. Before I was hired by the city in 1983, I served 2.5 years as a special deputy for the sheriff's department. And that got me the experience I needed to then get hired on to Medina Police. So my My tenure actually includes 2.5 years with the county, albeit in an unpaid special position, and it gave me the opportunity I need to lead to the career that I've had, and I've been blessed. My family's been blessed. Thank you all, and God bless you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that's going to be tough to follow because it has been a special tenure and a special relationship, and the mayor will be missed. But thank you for indulging us this morning and being part of that recognition.
Yes, sir.
I only got him
I don't
here.
know how the rest of the meeting's going to go.
Yeah. Well, yep,
Bye-bye.
thank you.
Merry
I was,
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I was going to say in typical Mayor Hanwell fashion, I only got him here by not telling him what we were doing. So I felt like if he knew what we were doing, he might not have turned up. So next on the agenda, back to the regular agenda, is public comment regarding pending resolutions. Is there any public comment regarding pending resolutions? Seeing none, we'll move into resolutions. And kicking us off as normal is the highway engineer, represented today by Dan Becker.
It
Morning,
is
Dan.
hard to follow that. I've got one resolution for your consideration today, and that's the necessity to close Lake Road for some tree trimming. And
I will make a motion to approve.
Second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Dan. You too. Next up is the sanitary engineer's office, represented by the sanitary engineer, Jeremy Cinco.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Cinco resolutions for today. First is awarding the bid for the Windfall Water Storage Tank Rehabilitation Project. The second is authorizing change order number 2 for the Fenn and Marks Road Elevated Water Storage Tank Project. The third is authorizing the sanitary engineer to enter into an agreement with DLZ Corporation for professional design engineering services to model the water system at various locations. The fourth is authorizing the sanitary engineer to enter an agreement with Hazen and Sawyer for professional design services to analyze the CMARS GMP for the Chippewa Wastewater Treatment Plant project. And the final is authorizing the sanitary engineer to purchase a case wheel loader for the Liverpool Wastewater Treatment Plant through Sourcewell.
I'll make a motion to approve the 5 resolutions.
Second the motion.
Motion second, any discussion? I had a question on the Hazen and Sawyer engagement. Their analysis of that, is that also going to look for opportunities for value engineering? Has that already happened, or is that
That is separate. That's
Okay.
working in parallel. We're doing
Okay,
that already.
gotcha. So this is just an initial analysis of the GMP quote that we've received?
Correct. Yeah, they're working with, was the company's name? I think it was Horizon.
Yeah, 100 Pacific?
100 Pacific Group, yep, yeah. So that's just a pass-through. They're to have that third party look at the GMP to make sure that the pricing for it is that it's a reasonable price for what they bid. So-
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay.
Additional discussion? Seeing none? Roll call, please.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Very good.
Jeremy?
Thank you.
Next up, we have Holly Murin from the HR. Oh, Denise.
Denise.
Costa.
Denise.
Oh.
Yeah.
Planning Services actually is next.
Good morning.
Good morning, Denise.
I just have one resolution appointing members to the Medina County Planning Commission. Actually, that's members and alternates, so.
I will make a motion to approve.
Second the motion.
Motion and second. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
All right,
Yes.
thank you.
Very
Merry
good.
Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Next up, Holly Murin from HR. Good morning, Holly.
Good morning. We have 2 resolutions today. On our first is our personnel changes resolution. 3 new hires, 1 in maintenance, 2 at Job and Family Services, 1 appointment change at County Home, 1 promotion at Solid Waste District, 1 transfer within agency and maintenance, 1 transfer between agencies to sanitary, 8 rate increases, 1 at Solid Waste District, 1 in sanitary, 2 in Job and Family Services, 2 at County Home, 1 in maintenance, and 1 in print shop, 1 rate correction in maintenance, 1 leave of absence in sanitary, and 1 resignation in maintenance. Second resolution is amending the table of organization for Medina County Human Resources.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2 resolutions.
Second the motion.
Motion and second. Discussion? Roll call. Oh,
I
yeah.
just want to make a mention the benefits coordinator.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely very much needed.
Yep. Roll call, please.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Holly. Next up, Brett Thomas, Finance Director.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
I get to be up here for a little bit today. We have 16 resolutions for you. Long list here, so forgive me if I get a little tongue-tied on these ones. Our first couple are going to be cleanup resolutions. As we are at the end of the year, we have some things that just naturally have to get wrapped up for the end of the year budget. This includes the first resolution, which is increasing appropriations. We are beyond the point where we pull new POs at this point, but we do have to kind of set some certain levels as we get to the end of the year, particularly for grants. And maintaining certain aspects for our enterprise funds. Our second resolution is transfers of appropriations. These are largely cleanups to take care of negative balances and things that have drifted over the course of the year. And that moves us over to our third resolution, which is expenditure adjustments for various funds. A lot of these are dealing with movements, final movements for salaries out to grant funds and outside funding sources. So where salaries are previously recorded in the general fund, and then we're shifting those out to the grants so that they can properly be accounted for in end-of-year reporting. Our fourth resolution is revenue adjustments for various funds. Part of this is migration for the county homes monthly allowances. And the other one is actually for a grant that was deposited into the wrong grant year. Our fifth resolution is cash transfers for various funds. A chunk of this is our quarterly movements. And then we have a small chunk that includes some of our end-of-year adjustments. This includes a chunk that's being moved over to capital improvements to front load for a repair for the engineering roof. It also includes a small transfer into the reserve fund and our healthcare fund. Our sixth resolution is cash transfer for the county home levy fund in the amount of $272,182.25. Our seventh resolution is cash transfer for 4D reimbursement. This is cleaning us up through August for a couple groups and through September. I tried to get us all the way through quarter three. We had a couple groups that have not finished their reporting yet, so we got through August for the Clerk of Courts and Domestic Relations. This is actually because of an ongoing problem with Tyler Courts and Odyssey. We still do not have accurate reporting coming from Tyler Odyssey. For the Domestic Relations Court, which has knock-on effects for the Clerk of Courts. So they have to produce a lot of their reporting manually still at this point, 5 years later. So we are continuing to work with that. Our eighth resolution is acceptance of the fiscal year 2023 state and local cybersecurity grant program agreement. This is a grant I had actually applied for last year, a little over a year ago, as we started migrating in with our IT for the MFA project. It's taken the state quite a while to get back and approve this grant. We have $36,875 in total project funds, which contain a local match of $7,375 and grant funds of $29,500. These can instead be applied to our network reboot now because we've already completed and moved forward from our MFA project, but they can indeed be used for our network project because of the cybersecurity concerns from that. This will include spending from December 15th through November 30th of December 15th of 25 through November 30th of 27. And as we know from the figures that we saw for our network project, we will certainly be able to meet that spending total. And sorry, I have the entire grant body in my sheets. Our ninth resolution is accepting the amounts and rates determined by Budget Commission for tax levies. This is our annual certification of our property tax. Primarily, this is for our inside millage. The final rates have not been determined for a couple of the other levies because of the state not having quite returned everything back to the auditor's office yet. But our 2.5 for the inside millage, I have determined that split, and this certifies our allocation between what goes into the general fund and the bond fund. for 2026. Our 10th resolution is authorizing agreements with various veterinarians for dog spay and neuter services for the animal shelter. We have 8 vets that are going to participate in 2026. Thank you, vets, for your assistance in that program. Our 11th resolution is declaring interested vendors for the gasoline fuel phone bids. Each month we have to refill our fuel tanks and we have to solicit different bids. We openly request people to sign up for that program. We had 5 active companies that are signing up for 2026. Our 12th resolution is certifying the revenue available for disbursement by the Community Improvement Board. This is the sales tax allocation that goes out to the school districts. The figures that you see on here are estimates. We do not know what the actual total of sales tax revenue will be collected for 2026, obviously. I do my best to generate a pro forma each year. We're expecting somewhere around 18.5 million. That's our best guess based off of prior years. It may be a little less, it may be more. However, the allocation percentages are set. These are determined by the number of students that are registered in each school district. Our 13th resolution is authorizing the purchase of 7,300 gallons of regular unleaded gasoline, going back to that gasoline again. This time, Centera Ashland won our bid for $1.63.5 per gallon. Our 14th resolution is expenses of county officials. We have a sanitary trip to Northeast section of Ohio Water Environment Association Operations Seminar in Richfield. Our 15th resolution is our weekly bills in the amount of $5,134,083.26. This is a large figure, but that is because of OWDA payouts that happen at the end of the year. And then finally, we have our 16th resolution, which is our temporary budget. This budget is designed to encompass a quarter's worth of expenses. However, we try to complete our budget process and finalize a final budget by the end of February each year. Our temporary budget did have a couple last-minute changes this time. Despite our best efforts in asking all departments to have submissions in by December 5th, we did receive a correction over the weekend from the sheriff's office. So we had to do a little bit of scrambling for that. I apologize to poor Rhonda and her team who had to make some last-minute adjustments for the resolution that came to you. I actually still have one that is pending that we are in back and forth trying to reach them to make sure that they have accounted for something that I did not see on the updated resolution. Highlights on our temporary budget are a couple items that are abnormal for our process. We did include front-loaded into this temporary budget $100,000 in subsidies to MMHA for the idea of the homeless shelter, which was discussed in discussion sessions a few weeks back. And we also increased capital improvements substantially a little bit early to include at least $1 million for the purpose of the engineering roof, because right now that is leaking into the server room. So we wanted to make sure that we could move forward with that.
I'll make a motion to approve the 16 resolutions.
Second the motion.
Motion second, is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes. Thanks, Brett.
Thank
Very
you,
good,
Commissioners. I hope you have wonderful holidays.
You too. Appreciate it. Next up, Matt Springer, County Administrator.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have 5 resolutions. The first one is authorizing the administrator to enter into a contract with FMD for professional design services. This is associated with our dog shelter construction project. Second resolution is approving the 2026 food service agreement with Aramark for the county home. Third is a 2026 food service agreement also with Aramark for the jail and juvenile detention center. Fourth resolution is approving an F-Class temporary liquor permit for the Medina County Fairgrounds. This is for the outdoor sportsman's raffle event in March 7th of 2026. And then last but not least is change order number 6 associated with the county home. This is another credit towards that project in the amount of $18,459.
I'll make a motion to approve the 5 resolutions.
Second the motion.
Motion second, discussion. Roll call, please.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt. Next up, department updates. Kicking us off today, Shannon Ryan from Transit. Good morning, Shannon.
Holidays. I just have one resolution this morning, approval of the fiscal year 2026 transit service agreements with various counties, agencies, and organizations for transit services.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second the motion.
Motion second, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
And just a quick update, I'll be brief. Ridership was down a little bit. I saw it tick back up this last month. I just think it's traveling and the holidays and the way the holidays fell this year.
Weather.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it because it's nice out there, but yes.
It was a bad month. Weather.
It was a difficult month.
Yeah.
I'd say challenging for transit. Our team did a really good job. Just some staffing things along with the just the report you see. We have filled our operations, our road, one of our road supervisor positions, which is key to our morning operation. With somebody comes in with a lot of safety background qualifications, so we're happy about that. A lot of support from our team to make sure we get this person all trained up and ready to go. So hopefully that all goes smoothly. But looking at 26, obviously the budget is a concern with the adjustments we made in our contract services for the resolution just approved will help us meet our local match for our state grants. It's very, very important we get that in place.
Great. Very good.
Questions?
Excellent.
Thank you, Shannon.
Thank
Super.
you.
Thanks.
Pretty on this paper.
Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Sunday paper.
Next up, we have Debbie Kiley from Job and Family Services. Good morning, Debbie.
Good morning. First, just one resolution for your consideration this morning. It's a memorandum of understanding to address child abuse and neglect with our local law enforcement partners, court, and community partners.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second the motion.
Motion and second, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
And quick department updates for you all. Just some updated numbers for Medicaid, where you continue to have enrollment. About 22,000 county residents are on Medicaid in Medina. Open enrollment is going to be completed next month. January 15th is the last time for families and individuals to shop the marketplace for private insurance. When they contact the marketplace, if their income is less than 150% of poverty, they're automatically referred to us. So that turns into an application for Medicaid for us. So thus far, we've gotten about 600 requests since the beginning of open enrollment. Year after year, we get between 1,000 and 1,500 additional requests. So it is a lot of work for that team, but especially around the holidays when there's vacations and things like that involved. But a lot of the applications that come through when they're stating their income to the marketplace, people don't understand the Medicaid rules, right? Because they're complicated, and who would? So they're stating their net income, and when we get on the phone with them, we're like, no, it's not net, it's your gross income before all those deductions that you might be getting. So they end up not qualifying for it, and then they've got to go back to the marketplace. So it's a decent amount of churn, but nonetheless, if they're eligible, then obviously we're processing that application. For November, the division has issued over $3 million in SNAP benefits to approximately 9,500 residents and just over 70,000 in TANF, cash assistance to low-income families with minor children. And interestingly enough, when I compared year over year, November of 24 to 25, TANF includes parents with minor children in the home that have severely low income. Last year, there were 25 parents or adults that were receiving that benefit. This year, there's only 10. So I think Medina's unemployment numbers consistently being so low. I think, as Bethany often likes to say, those who are wanting working and can work are. So it's good news for Medina County. A quick side note for SNAP. I know I sent this update to Brett and Matt. We've received notice from the state legislature that they are not authorizing additional dollars for that federal match reduction in October of 2026. They have made it perfectly clear that they are not having that conversation until a work group gets together, and that work group is going to be the JFS Directors Association, members of CCAO, and then 5 county agency directors. I have raised my hand 1,000 times to be part of that conversation. So I'm not the one, you can't just nominate yourself. the state will pick who those partners are. But once those conversations start happening, they're going to look at the SNAP error rates, and those reports have to be due to the legislature from ODJFS by the first report's due in June of 2026. So maybe then they'll start having the conversation. It's a long story, I won't go into it, but it's like the SNAP error rate isn't happening until October of 2028, but they're going to have conversations now, even though the reduction in federal match starts next year. So it's a little confusing. Nonetheless, I will continue to keep you posted on that front. For child support, the division has established paternity on over 95% of requests from the community and established support orders on 97% of those case requests. They've collected over $3 million in current support since October. Their numbers are based on federal fiscal year. So from October, they've collected over $3 million and $240,000 on cases with past due arrears. So they're doing some really great work there. We've received for Child Protective over 200 calls of abuse and neglect since November 1st. We currently have 88 children in care, up from 85 the beginning of November. 65 of these children are in traditional foster care, so that's obviously best for them. And happily, 5 of those children are in pre-adoptive homes, meaning they are currently living with their forever families. Those adoptions probably won't be finalized until 2026. The balance of the children, about 23, are currently placed in congregate or treatment care facilities. I did send you an email this morning. You probably haven't had a chance to see it, but I had an opportunity to listen to an interview with Assistant Secretary Alex Adams. He now leads the Administration of Children and Families at the federal level. His perspective on how much influence the feds have over rule and processes and how little funding, as well as the archaic rules that exist from 1996 about how that funding is administered, is quite interesting. I'm glad he realizes that disconnect, power over funding. So he's talking a lot about changing that, and I'm glad he's recognizing that. He's the former director of Idaho. Did you know that we had a state named Idaho? Idaho Department of Health and Welfare. He has significant experience in that child protective space, so I'm hoping his insight and leadership will kind of change that narrative about policies and fundings, easing the burden not only on states, but then states to a certain extent being forced to pass it down to counties. Like I said, I sent you that link. It's with a gentleman called Zach Laris. It's only about 40 minutes long. So, if you're driving around, you can, turn it on your whatever podcast you listen to. But I'm hoping his insight in leading ACF and thus us will be hopeful for us in the future.
Good.
I think he's only been on the job for 2 months, so he's got a lot of work. Those are my updates.
Great. Thank you for the update.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yep.
Merry Christmas.
Yep,
Merry
you,
Christmas.
you too. Next up, I think we have a couple commissioner resolutions. We do. The first one is appointing representatives and alternates to the Northeast Ohio Area-Wide Coordinating Agency for 2026. This appoints in the commissioner's seat myself with Steve as the alternate. Engineer is Andy Conrad. Josh Wolf as the alternate. The township representative is going to be Chris Cosman with Bruce Christopher as the alternate. And the municipalities representative with the kind of standard rotation we do will be Matt Hiscock from the city of Wadsworth as their service director, with Patrick Patton from Medina as the alternate.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second the motion.
Motion second, any discussion?
I'm very glad that my name is not on that page.
Yeah.
Roll call, please.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes. Next is reappointing township representatives and alternate and a representative for the villages to the Medina County Council of Governments on drug enforcement. This appoints Joe Canestraro and Kent Patterson as township representatives and Bruce Christopher as the township alternate for 2026.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second the motion.
Motion second. Only discussion point I have, I think we get these coming out of the Township Association
Yep.
dinner. That's why we're handling these here, and also because it's our last meeting of the year. Roll call, please.
I do want to mention this,
Oh.
Carol Carter. She's in here as well as
Oh,
being
I'm sorry.
reappointed to the
Representative of the
villages.
She is the village representative.
Yeah.
Yep, and I looked right over her. I apologize, Mayor Carter. But she is also the village representative. Thank you for clarifying. Roll call, please.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes. Next is public comment. Is there any public comment? It doesn't look like we have much public here to comment. So, discussion session. Does anybody have anything for discussion session? Debbie, anything? Barb, I think you're sticking around for later. Kyle, anything? Matt? Colleen?
We had a really good meeting with the CDW company for the fair, and presented an initial presentation to the whole fair board, which I believe was received very well. And so we will be getting the final copies of the report, I believe, very soon. But it was a very informative meeting with a lot of ideas.
Great. I'm excited to see where that goes from here.
If I may, I just
Uh-huh.
want to mention that the transfer facility and our facilities will be closed on Saturday, January 10th.
We need the mic.
For repairs.
Yep.
Our transfer station will be, and actually our whole entire campus will be closed on Saturday, January 10th for repairs to the transfer facility floor.
Right. Solid
So,
waste
solid waste
facility
facility,
closed
yes.
January 10 for repairs.
Correct.
Yep. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Barb. And also back to the fairgrounds, I am excited to see where that goes from here, because I know
Yes.
there's opportunities for improvements there.
Yes.
Now, all of which cost money, but they're.
But it's a plan.
Yes.
They can start moving forward with it. I think it's very well worth the effort.
Yep. Steve, anything?
Nope.
We
Just
have
that grant, yeah.
also in the packet a request that we received a request from the Parks District for a letter of support for their state capital request relating to the improvements at Chippewa Lake Park. So it was requested that we include a letter of support to Representative Melanie Miller and Representative Sharon Ray. I'm fine with this, but I wanted to get any discussion from
I'm
either
fine
of you.
with it, too.
Sure.
You're okay
Yeah.
with
Nope, good letter.
signing it? It's
Excellent.
in there, so we'll take care of getting that sent off today, Rhonda, if that's okay.
Yep.
And that was the only other thing I had. So this is our last meeting of the year. We will reconvene with a new president next year, so I'll be happy to hand the gavel that sits here and is rarely used, fortunately, over to Colleen for the new year. So thank you, everybody. Hope everybody has a fantastic holiday, and I will entertain a motion.
I will make a motion to go into executive session to consider the sale of real property.
Second the motion.
We have a motion. We have a second. Roll call, please.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Pearson?
Yes.
Merry
Thank you.
Christmas to all.
Merry Christmas, everybody.